Hey guys, this is Undercover Dudes all the way from Down Under, and today we have another episode of free-to-play games of 2020, showcasing the latest and new free-to-play games that you have to check out. Let's get straight into it and start out with Hyperscape, Ubisoft's new first-person battle royale game. Hyperscape is all about fast and frantic combat. However, akin to most arena shooter games, the time to kill is actually quite slow, and that means you won't get instantly deleted. This also makes camping quite ineffective, and there is tons of potential for outplay if you get shot from behind. Compare this to Call of Duty Warzone and PUBG, where in those games, if you get shot from behind, you are basically dead. In Hyperscape, you don't have to be always super alert and check every single corner. You can go and rush around the map and have just a lot more fun. Hyperscape is truly a well-rounded package and is more akin to playing team deathmatch than most battle royales, as the looting has been streamlined so much that it's all about running in and just having some fun. Now graphically, Hyperscape is simple, choosing to focus more on the gameplay itself, and this results in the game having a minuscule download size of 7.8 gigabytes, which is absolutely unheard of in today's era of Call of Duty Warzones and Destiny 2s. On top of that, Hyperscape has relatively low minimum requirements, an Intel Core i3 CPU and a Nvidia GTX 660 video card are relatively low requirements to go and get into this game, absolutely perfect for people with not so good PCs. Overall, I'm quite impressed with Hyperscape, and I'm definitely going to be doing some videos on it soon, so make sure to go and subscribe for that, and also subscribe for more top 10s on free-to-play games and free-to-play game news. Now, one of the most important pieces of news in today's episode is about Rocket League and how it's finally going free to play. 5 years after launch, Rocket League is transitioning to a free-to-play model, but there is a catch, as you can only get this free-to-play version on the Epic Games launcher. Now this makes sense given that Rocket League developer Psychonix was bought out by Epic Games last year. However, they have announced that the Steam version will continue to receive full updates and support, and existing players are going to get a ton of free items. On top of that, it doesn't matter if you have the Steam version or the Epic Games version, you can go and play with each other, and given that Rocket League has crossplay, you can go and play with your console friends as well. Now, I'm not the biggest fan of having tons of launches, but overall, this is a great move because it doesn't inconvenience the older players and will go and take the game to even greater heights, as the influx of new free-to-play players will be huge, and that's me included. I've never played Rocket League before, but I definitely will try it out because it's going free to play. I also want to say that I hear your feedback loud and clear. You guys want videos on new free-to-play games and free-to-play game content, and that's exactly what I'm giving to you. If you guys enjoy this, make sure to go and smash that like button and subscribe for more videos on free-to-play games. But with that said, let's keep going on. Next up, let's talk about the anime-inspired magical battle royale game called Spellbreak, and the recent announcement that it'll be launching as a free-to-play game. Now this is a no-brainer given the new era of free-to-play that we're in. It's painfully obvious that people just don't want to pay for games right now, and putting a price tag on a new released game will just kill any chances for success. Microtransactions, being cosmetics and stuff like that, are the way of the future, and having a very low barrier for entry is just a great way to go and start a thriving community. Now, on top of that announcement, the developers also said that Spellbreak will be released on the Epic Games launcher. Now yes, you and me both don't like having lots of launches, but in my opinion, this is a decent move. It gives the developers a lot of money because Epic Games pays a lot to go and have exclusive rights to new free-to-play games, and ensures that the developers don't need to go down a pay-to-win direction in order to go and keep the game afloat. And on top of that, also shows the game to a lot of people. While I haven't tried the game myself, Spellbreak puts a twist on the tried and true battle royale formula by replacing all weaponry with abilities, a move which will definitely put it in a league of its own. Quickly touching on a bit of older news, the hugely successful Apex Legends is finally coming to Steam. Announced at the EA Play event on the 18th of June, Apex Legends is coming to Steam this September, and this is absolutely huge. Launches have come up multiple times in this video, and it's just a pain to keep track of all of them. Steam, Origin, Epic Games, Uplay, Battle.net, etc. There's just way too many to keep track of, and some of the newer ones are downright horrible. Steam has always been a front runner, so a move to it is always welcome, and on top of that, some exclusive cosmetics have been leaked, including Half-Life and Portal themed charms that are going to be free. Next up, let's talk about Rogue Company, the new tactical third-person shooter developed by Hi-Res Studios, the same guys that made Paladin, Smite, and Realm Royale. Rogue Company is heavily influenced by Rainbow Six Siege, with tactical gameplay mixed with a ton of characters, each with their own special abilities. I haven't played Rogue Company yet, but judging from the gameplay, I am a little bit hesitant, mainly because the raw mechanics feel exactly that, very raw. The movement feels very slow and awkward, but I'll reserve complete judgment until I actually play it. There's been far too many games where my first impressions have totally not lined up with how much I actually like the game when I go to play it, and a prime example being Krunker.io, which is like the main game I play right now. In Combat Arms, when I first played it, like the raw mechanics look really bad, but the actual gameplay is fantastic. So with that said, I'll reserve judgment until I actually go and play Rogue Company. Now you're probably wondering, UCD, why haven't you gone and played it? You're like the free-to-play guy. Well, currently Rogue Company is in a paid closed beta period where you have to go and buy a Founders Pack to go and get access. And you guys know me, I'm not going to be splashing out $5-10 on a game that I don't know if I'm going to be playing, so I'm going to be waiting to open beta. Now open beta is coming soon, and then after that, full release, I guess. And with that said, it will be free to play because it's Hi-Res Games and every game they have released has been a free-to-play game. Now, as always, guys, let's go and quickly mention the new free games that Epic Games are giving away to you guys. Now, over the last couple of months, we have had some insane giveaways. We had GTA 5, which broke Rockstar's servers. We had Just Cause 4, which is another AAA game. Epic Games giving away some really high quality titles, and this is happening on other platforms as well. Steam, Uplay, Origin, the giveaways are happening there as well, which is fantastic. And now looking into the Epic Games launcher, as they're the ones that are really just still keeping it up. This has been a good year they've been giving away games, and it's still going. Now let's talk about the games that are available right now, and that's from now to July 31st. And those games are Next Up Hero and Tacoma, and they seem very much like indie games, stylistic indie games that, you know, they're trying to go and put it out there so more people can go and play it. And I think we're moving away from the big AAA giveaways that we had during the illness. Now from July 31st to August 7th, we've got 20XX, Baroni, and Super Brothers Sword and Sorcery EP. So again, some more games if you guys want to go and stock up on your Epic Games library. A few episodes ago, we touched on Crossfire X, the sequel to the PC cult classic called Crossfire, and sadly, this new game is an Xbox exclusive. A few YouTubers have uploaded some official gameplay, and while it does look okay, the console-only choice seems to be an unwise one. Myself and many other players won't buy an Xbox One to play this game, and console players won't have any idea of what this game is all about because the roots are all in the PC. A closed beta is live right now, but yeah, overall I'm just confused. Hopefully this game gets a PC release soon. I also want to quickly touch on the state of free-to-play FPS, as right now your choice is insane. Valorant, Call of Duty Warzone, Hyperscape, Apex Legends, Destiny 2 and CSGO, these are all AAA FPS games fighting over a genre that only a few years ago was dominated by terribly pay-to-win FPS clones. I really feel that Fortnite paved the way for this free-to-play movement, and I'm extremely happy for it. Games are now much more accessible, and the era of pay-to-win is basically gone. So much has happened in the last couple months that I'm considering doing an updated top 10 free-to-play FPS list, because the amount of games you can choose from right now is insane. If you guys want to go and see my previous one that I just did a couple of months ago, then click the link in the description below or in the top right hand corner, because I definitely think you guys will like it. Now also let me give a quick mention to the free-to-play first-person shooter called Diabolical. It went through a 24-hour stress test this weekend, which went very well, and they're going to be doing another one on August the 5th at 7 PM CEST. If you guys want a sneak peek of this fantastic arena first-person shooter, then go to the website, link in the description below, and go and sign up for the closed beta. And I have to say, this game absolutely fantastic, so go and check it out. A very quick and maybe spiteful mention has to go to Combat Arms the Classic, which recently released on Steam. I have so much nostalgia for Combat Arms, it's one of my favourite games of all time, but this failed reboot is a shell of its past, and putting it out on Steam is a shameless attempt to revive the dying player base. Hackers, lag, and an insane amount of pay to win. Absolutely avoid this game at all costs. There are many better free-to-play shooters out there, many of them being on Steam. Finally, a quick mention that Star Wars The Old Republic, Gwent, and Raidland are now on Steam, which definitely opens up the accessibility for each of these games. Krunker.io is also poised for an upcoming Steam release, but a date has not been chosen as of yet. Now hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, make sure to go and subscribe for more free to play content. But other than that, this is Undercover Dudes, all the way from Down Under, out.